Alright, I got a question. What the hell is wrong with wrestling fans these days? Was it always this bad? There's a lot that's wrong with modern wrestling as a whole these days, but nothing has been more toxic than wrestling fans themselves. I know that other sports have their annoying fan bases, but what makes them different from wrestling is that those sports are actual sports. Whether you like sports entertainment or quote-unquote pro wrestling, at the end of the day, it's a scripted TV show. It's just a show. It is simulated fighting. Fighting that often follows a story. For entertainment. There is no reason for people to get so worked up about wrestling. Wrestling fans are ruining wrestling. Go ahead and grab yourself a glass of wine or milk if you're underaged, and let's talk about it. Okay, I cannot be the only person out here that's still kind of embarrassed to admit they're a wrestling fan to non-wrestling fans. Mainly because I feel that those people see us the same way they saw anime fans back in the day. If you liked anime back in the day, you got cooked. I'm talking well done steak type cooked. Damn near burnt type cooked. People would be on your ass. Anime fans were seen as the weirdos who did the Naruto run in school, whipped out some hand signs at lunch and scared away some females, the people that tried to go Super Saiyan 10, and the people that swore that they knew martial arts. Granted, anime is popular now, but being a closet anime fan back in the day was a struggle. Shout out to all the OG anime fans though. We walk so fans today can run. But yeah, that's exactly how I think people see wrestling fans today. I fully believe that they just think we're weird, bro. There's really no sugarcoating it. Of course, some of that comes from the fact that wrestling looks nothing like it was before the 2010s, and let's be honest, from 2011 to 2018, wrestling was kinda mid. The WWE was really the main source of wrestling, and when it turned PG and extra cartoonish, casual fans slowly stopped watching. But what was left from those people not watching anymore were hardcore fans. I'm not saying that it's a bad thing to like wrestling. Obviously, I watch and enjoy it too. But there are certain wrestling fans who ruin it for the rest of us. Those are the people that literally complain about everything and are never satisfied with what they see. And I firmly believe all that boldness from wrestling fans became amplified during the 2014 Royal Rumble. To keep a long story short, fans wanted Daniel Bryan to enter the Rumble and win. And when that didn't happen, they did Rey Mysterio so dirty that I genuinely felt bad for him. Fast forward to the 2015 Rumble, and it got worse. Daniel Bryan didn't win, and not even The Rock could save Roman Reigns from the angry neckbeards. After that Rumble, they literally made up every reason in the book to tell everyone else why Roman Reigns sucked. And of course the agenda began that he was being forced down everyone's throats. Without a shadow of a doubt, those two Rumbles began the entitlement era. Of course, there were other moments where fans were pissed off, but after the 2015 Rumble, it honestly felt that WWE couldn't catch a break booking-wise. Fans became more and more riled up about booking decisions that they didn't like. Don't even get me started on the CM Punk chants that lasted almost a decade. Me personally, I didn't really care that much about most of WWE's booking issues because it's just a damn show. I knew full well that I was just gonna tune in the next week. It really wasn't that deep for me. There were definitely some moments over the years that made me scratch my head a little bit, but not enough for me to rage and throw a tantrum. Fast forward again, and we have the birth of AEW, and well, surprise surprise, hardcore fans got even worse. I'm not gonna lie, when AEW first started, I was like, okay, WWE better step up or else they're gonna get cooked. And that's all it really was. I just wanted to see some healthy competition between two big wrestling companies. And I thought that that's how everything was gonna be. But then it turned into a made-up war, and the internet tribalism began. Don't get me wrong, the dynamic was cool in 2019, but bro, it is 2022 and people are still squabbling over wrestling. What's funny is that this isn't even a war. Talent from both sides have come out and literally told us to just enjoy wrestling. They themselves are literally telling us that it's not that deep, but of course wrestling fans are going to ignore all that and still go at each other's necks online. Even to the point where some people were getting death threats because they didn't like a certain show. Do you know how much of a basement-dwelling incel you have to be to get that mad over a TV show? And this is just me speaking from my personal experience, but most of this tribalistic behavior is from AEW fans and the supposed clout pages on Twitter that egg all that stuff on. For example, we all know that Triple H is doing his thing and trying to fix WWE right now, right? Literally any change that's been done has come with some backlash. And it's funny because fans have been literally calling for those changes to happen. He's been bringing back talent that Vince released, and now people are saying that there are too many returns. He changed Max Dupree back to LA Knight, changed Ezekiel back to Elias, changed Nikki ASH back to Nikki Cross, and fans are still complaining. He's been trying to make all the mid-card titles mean something again, and people still have the nerve to say that there aren't any major changes. Also, The Rock's daughter just debuted in NXT, and people are complaining about that too. Like, what did you guys expect her to do? Did they really expect her to come out saying The Rock's catchphrases? Remember what happened to the last Samoan that WWE tried to catchphrase with? And even if she did try to be like The Rock, you all know damn well that you would have just called her the next Charlotte Flair and someone who's just living off of her dad's legacy. Why is it a problem that she wants to form her own path? Wrestling fans are never satisfied. A lot of you hoped and prayed that Triple H would take over booking, and now you're switching up because it doesn't fit the agenda. And like I said, I'm just seeing most of it on the AEW side. They see that WWE has been slowly getting better and do everything they can to try to convince people otherwise. Now, it's almost like you have to choose a side in all of this. But guess what? You can like the WWE and not like AEW, and that's okay. You can like AEW and not like the WWE, and that's okay. I just don't understand why there's so many weirdos online that feel the need to bring down others when they feel like they've been personally attacked by someone who doesn't like a specific wrestling program. And there's also the YouTube wrestling channels that feed into the tribalism, but we're not going to get into that. I'm sure you know which ones I'm talking about. And bro, am I the only one that gets embarrassed whenever I see someone famous tweet about wrestling, just to see the basement dwellers in the comments fighting about which company is better? How hard is it to just let people enjoy what they want to enjoy? I am by no means a rocket scientist, but I can tell you this, it costs $0.00 to shut the hell up and keep your tribalistic opinions to yourself. Moral of the story, wrestling fans suck. We've turned the internet wrestling community into a toxic ass fandom. Realistically, I could have made this into a whole damn documentary. There's so much that's wrong with hardcore wrestling fans, and let's be real, it's probably only gonna get worse. This WWE versus AEW thing needs to end, but it's never going to. Especially with the certain YouTube channels and Twitter clout pages that are just feeding into the drama. Hell, even Tony Khan himself gets the fans worked up sometimes. Wrestling fans take this stuff way too seriously. And that is why I won't ever let anyone outside of my close circle know I'm a wrestling fan. I refuse to be grouped with those people. But as always, your boy wants to know what you think. What bothers you the most about modern wrestling fans? We're intellectuals around here, and I love reading your comments. So yeah, let me know.